how did you feel like that affected your relationship with your spouse? And like, were you guys on the same page with treatments and like moving forward? Because that's a lot to navigate together.
Well, you know Stu, he's super chill. He's the exact opposite of me. So I think that helped a lot. I mean, he was like, whatever you want. Whatever you want, we can do. And he was always on board, always supportive. This is part I'm going to get emotional. It's like, I would be upset, crying on the floor, like, God's not real. There's no way he could put us through this or anybody. And he would just sit there and pick me up. I mean, he was my number one supporter. I don't think I've got emotional about this in a long time. But, you know, I think I couldn't have asked for a better partner through this. All the shots, he made sure he was at every appointment he could be at. I mean, he supported every step of the way. And he wanted kids just as much. But at one point he was like, I'm okay if it's just you and I. And I'm like, well, I'm not. But
I love you guys.
Yeah, but I'm like, I want that. I want to see you in a kid. I want to see me in a kid, you know. So, but yeah, I think every step of the way, there was nothing. It almost made us stronger.
Yeah.
We were, you know, he see me at my most vulnerable place a lot. And it could have been the worst I've ever been. And it still chose to love me and be there for me, so.
Which is so, you know, you mentioned that, just like the toll that it took on your marriage and how it felt like almost wasted time for your marriage. But then it's like you do look back and think like, I wouldn't want to do that again. It was miserable in that moment, but you are able to see like, wow, this actually like took us through the fire together and it made us stronger as a couple. It brought us together. And I think that there is so much value. And I know that God knows that. God knows that we need those hard times to bring us together, to rely on one another, to rely on Him.
Absolutely.
And that at the end, even though it's painful, like at the end, like we're better for it.
And I think like it was a hard time on us because I think we could have traveled more, spent more time like happy. I mean, not that we weren't happy, but it's a lot. It was a lot of tears. A lot of negative happening. And so I think that, yes, it made us stronger, but I do think that like we could have spent our first few years of marriage doing something else. But but that was just our story and what we had to do. And I think that just like my sister went through, I was able to help her through that. And I think that that's my testimony. I can help others.
Yes, absolutely.
And maybe that's why I had to go through what we did.